Okay, so I'm definitely going to get some dislikes for this, and let's just send in the clowns, quite literally. Um, it's a very controversial thing. I was actually thinking about doing a controversial topic video, like once a week, or just go over superhero movies I like and dislike in general. Because, well, for one, I'm never going to watch another superhero movie as long as I can fucking live. I can't stand them anymore. But I do have strong opinions because I am unlike you, I, unlike most of you, anyways, am a moviegoer who is very critical about film. Film is something I always take in high expectations for. I always really dive deep into movies whenever I watch them. I've always wanted to be a film director. That was my dream since I was in sixth grade. I've always wanted to be involved with cinema, and YouTube is where I'm doing this instead. I don't feel like going to college and being told how to have a vision for a movie. So I don't like that concept. So instead, I decided to make YouTube videos. There we go. That's the secret of my YouTube channel. But one thing has always bothered people about me, specifically outside of everything else that bothers people about me, is I cannot stand the Dark Knight movie, much less Heath Ledger's Joker. And I'm going to explain everything to you right now why I don't like it and my problems with it. Now, I actually had to type down some notes because this might be a long video and I get distracted very easily. So, but no, I feel like the movie was just completely overhyped starting off. I don't like that it's basically only infamous and famous and very just well known in general or whatever, and highly praised because the fact that he fucking died before it got released, I think, or like when it released, and that's what hyped up everybody to go see it. And it's probably going to be the same thing if they do have a Black Panther 2. It's just going to be hyped up for everybody to go see it now because Chadwick died. But that's just how the nature of the beast works, and that's how, you know, these studios make all that big bucks. I don't like the fact that it starts off with this stupid bank robbery scene that makes no fucking sense, where you see some dude standing on the street corner who, spoiler alert, is supposed to be the Joker, but he doesn't. Okay, we'll get to that. He's standing on the street corner and he's literally just standing there with the mask, and these guys pick him up. This dude don't talk at all, which if I was doing a heist with somebody and somebody's not talking, I'd be a little concerned. But that's just me. So they start robbing this bank and they start killing each other, which I'm just kind of like, as soon as I had a mission to go rob a bank with a bunch of other masked people, and one of my instructions was to kill somebody, I would instantly probably back out because I'd be like, well, fuck, they might have instructions to do that too. I'm not greedy enough to not think about shit like that, so it makes no fucking sense. And somehow nobody thought to do this to the Joker, while, you know, he's one of the masked people. He's just kind of hanging out with them, and they all start taking each other out. And, you know, this is like in the first 5 minutes of the movie. It gets down to like one guy, and he starts pointing his gun at the Joker, and they're like having a conversation. And he's like, "Oh, you're gonna kill me?" And Joker's like, "No, I'm gonna kill the bus driver." And this fucking bus comes out of fucking nowhere and kills this other dude who had the gun. And then the Joker like becomes like one of the Animorphs from that fucking old TV show in the books. And he suddenly changes into the Joker. He suddenly had green hair when he didn't have green hair like 5 minutes ago in the movie when he first appeared. He had fucking brown hair, and suddenly he anamorphed into a green-haired clown that nobody fucking noticed. I don't know. And he steals a bus, and nobody notices the bus leaving, and then that's just how the movie starts. And already we have a problem. Already I don't like the movie. Now I'll take it, I did like the movie the first time I seen it when I was like fucking 17 or something, and I didn't really understand how films should make sense at the point, and I thought it was like really cool because I was like, ooh, Batman, because I love Batman Begins. Like I still, actually, I will say that's probably the best of the three. I think Batman Begins is the best in the trilogy. You can fight me in the pit, I don't fucking care. So the movie already starts off with that, and, you know, I'm not going to even talk too much about Christian Bale's fucking throat cancer voice. I feel like that's been beaten to death by literally everybody else who's critical of anything when it comes to these movies. That's normally the first thing that anybody brings up, but I'm bringing up the Joker because that's my big problem with the whole film itself. We have Two-Face that literally is supposed to be like this bipolar dude who he's just two-faced for the sake of being fucking toothfaced because, you know, Gordon has to throw that out there like, oh, we called you Harvey Two-Face. Like, where the fuck did this come from? Like, suddenly he was like a likable guy in the first half of the movie, and this little stupid forced dialogue happens, and we have to be like, oh no, now he's a two-faced man. He's a flawed character. And then, you know, go fucking figure, because we got to throw that name out there. He has to get half his face burnt off, which he should have died. There's no way he would have lived through that. He's fucking dead. Like, he's fucking dead. But, you know, he lives because, you know, the plot requires it. The Joker does a bunch of stupid shit where he's, like, talking about sending a message. We gotta do a message. And the messages never make any fucking sense. It's just, like, him rambling, which I guess if they're trying to do the aspect of him just being an anarchist, that's fine. But he's, like, talking about, like, he has a plan and shit. Not really saying that so much, but he's acting like he has a plan, but he does nothing with it. There's even a scene in the fucking movie where he steals the henchman from another mob boss after burning the stack of money for, like, no reason. He's like, your guys work for me now. And I'm over here thinking, like, you just burnt all the fucking money. Nobody's gonna want to work for you. On top of that, you kill half the people that work for you. Who the fuck in their right mind is gonna be like, yeah, you know this Joker guy? That's like a stable job of security right there. You're fucking retarded. Nobody is going to work for that. Oh my god. And I think the most stupid part of the movie is actually the part where, like, Batman first meets the Joker and they have this little fight in, like, this country suite club or whatever at the top of one of these skyscrapers. And he grabs he grabs what the fuck's her name, Heather or whatever, I don't remember. I can't remember her name. He grabs her and Batman's like, let her go. He's like, poor choice of words. And, like, drops her, and Batman jumps out the window and catches her, and they land on a car and somehow fucking survive. You know, they fell like 4 stories, 50 stories, I don't know. They fell a big distance, and they survived by going through a car. And the Joker's still up in the top of the building, and Batman's just like, alright, I guess it's time to just fucking call it a night, man. Like, the Joker, like, I fell out of a building. I don't feel like going back up there and kicking his ass. Because you know what Batman would have done is turn the lights out realistically. He would have shut the power off and just waited. Like, he would have did something like that. But, you know, this Batman has to just be like, alright, I fell out of the building. Joker's still upstairs. I guess we'll just find each other at some other point. You know, scenes that I actually did like. I actually did enjoy Joker's first official scene in the movie where he, like, goes to the mob boss area and does the pencil trick. Like, I thought that was cool. It is very dumb that he's just kind of like, oh, I know he's the squiller. Like, and that's kind of contradictory to me because, like, I'm an asshole and I can literally tell when somebody is full of shit. Because it's literally like it takes one to know one. Like, I can tell when I'm looking at somebody if they're lying or if they're a garbage person. But the Joker literally just walked in and he just looks at the guy on the TV screen for a split second, wasn't even a part of the conversation, and just goes, oh no, that guy's just gonna squill on you. Like, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. The grenade part, that was kind of funny when he was just like, I'm gonna pull the grenades, but realistically somebody would have just fucking shot him, so he wouldn't have been able to pull the grenades anyways. And if he did, I mean, you could just walk away. Because I don't know if you know this or not, but grenades do not blow up everything in the fucking area. They blow up in a small area. I've thrown a grenade before, so I know. Man, it's so stupid. Like, I can rant about this all night, but I don't really feel like stressing myself out over a Batman movie. I do think it's very dumb, like, how Batman can literally beat anybody's fucking ass in these movies. But when it comes to the end of the movie, the Joker has a crowbar, and Batman is just so overpowered by this very skinny, small dude who he beat up in the fucking detention room or whatever the fuck it was earlier in the movie. Like, Batman kicked his ass in there, and he was just like, no, leave me alone. Your girlfriend's over here, and Harvey Dent's over here. You know, he's like that. But at the end of the movie, Joker's like, I got a crowbar, so rock, paper, scissors, and I win. And Batman's just like, I can't get up. Like, it's so fucking dumb. It's like, of course the Joker has to win because it's the climax of the movie. And he has that whole, like, oh, I feel like we're going to be doing this forever. As if, like, he was supposed to come back in the third movie or some shit. I don't know. I mean, he's dead now, so I feel like they should have probably just removed that scene in general and not had it in there for us to watch, because it doesn't really make any sense now. Because the Joker's, like, pretty much just talking out of his ass. I don't know. Apparently, I think he was supposed to have, like, a part in The Dark Knight Rises, but they never did that, and They never did that because it was supposed to be like a sign of respect to Heath Ledger, who Heath Ledger's a good actor. He was a good actor. I just don't fucking like his Joker. I don't. It's stupid. It's very dumb written. I heard stories like how he locked himself in a hotel for a month and kept a diary. Like, my God, did he read any comics? Because I don't think he read any comics. Like, this Joker wasn't even a trickster, man. He didn't do anything funny. He was just more of kind of like situational funny, and that's not. To me, that's not the Joker. Like, I'm sorry that annoys you, but that's just what it is. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't like that Two-Face. Just, he suddenly became Two-Face. Oh, and he's dead. I guess the Two-Face isn't there anymore. Yeah, he was there for like a whopping 30 seconds, and then he got tackled 8 feet, and then he decided he wanted to die at that point. And that was pretty much the end of him. Yeah, I mean, there was that one guy who was just like, I think he was like, "Oh, I know you're Bruce Wayne." And the Joker's like, "Well, okay, well, if he's not dead in an hour, I'm gonna blow up a hospital." Like, okay, like that terroristic threat, I don't think anybody's gonna really follow through with that. I mean, they could have just hid the guy upstairs. It's not like any civilian would actually know where he's at and find him in a timely manner. I don't know. Like, the whole thing is just very stupid. On top of that, like, Batman should be smart enough not to believe the misdirection instructions of where to go find his girlfriend. Her name is like Caitlin or something. I really don't remember her name. I don't. And, fun fact, I actually watch this movie about once every 2 years to kind of refresh to see if I still have the same opinion on it. And for the most part, yeah, absolutely. It hasn't really changed. Like, I still dislike the movie. I'm not wearing hockey pads. Like, I don't know. Like, Dark Knight Rises, that was a cool movie. It was still very dumb, too, because it's like, oh, I broke my back. Not. Oh, nobody could get into Gotham. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. I don't know. I mean, I hate this fucking movie. I really do. But I still think it's better than Avengers Endgame. And I absolutely fucking cannot stand that movie. I think that is the worst superhero movie I've ever seen. And I think I've already made a video about that, but if I haven't, if you guys want to, I will go over that topic as well. Like I said, I wanted to maybe start doing this on every superhero movie, and I'll probably start with the first Iron Man movie. And I might actually see if I can edit some clips in there too, so it's not so boring just looking at my mug. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good night, and yeah, don't hate me.